Welcome in, Generals, to this Tuesday edition of the 5-Star News. Morgan Trotter and Neely Bailey here, and man, we're glad to be back.
Just ahead on the show, we'll have some exciting news on a big technology competition coming up right here in Catoosa County.
Coming up in sports, we will recap the big region football game against Lafayette last Friday night, and more coming up next on the 5-Star News.
Now let's get straight to our announcement portion of the show.
Let's send it over to Alex Potosan and Robert Ricketts with some updates.
What's up, Heritage? I'm Alex Potosan, and we've got some announcements for you today. Thursday, we're going to have our annual Homecoming Cornhole Tournament, followed by our annual Homecoming Bonfire. Go check it out. And then Friday, we're going to have our Homecoming Shopping Cart Parade for our pep rally. Now I'll hand it over to Ricketts for our 5-day weather forecast.
Thanks, Alex. I'm Robert Ricketts, bringing you the 5-day weather forecast. Today, we have showers in the morning, then partly cloudy in the afternoon. A high of 76 with a 50% chance of rain. Wednesday, we have mostly cloudy skies early, then partly cloudy in the afternoon. Slight chance of rain shower, and your high is going to be 81. Except for a few afternoon clouds. Mainly sunny on Thursday, high near 80. Friday, partly cloudy skies early will give way to occasional showers. Later during the night, low 55 and a 40% chance of rain. And then Saturday, rain showers early with some sunshine later in the day, high near 70, 40% chance of rain. That's all now. I'll get you back to the anchors for some more news.
Thanks, you guys, for getting us all up to date on what's going on here at Heritage.
Now let's switch gears to some news to talk about a huge technology competition coming up next month.
We here on the show think of this as a big deal and will be entering some of our projects.
Let's send it to Cooper Terry and Kayla Cumbie with the story.
Hey, Heritage. Today we're talking about the CCPS, Catoosa County Technology Competition that's coming up. It's going to be on December 6th at the county level. At the local level, we'll choose our winners at the local level at the Catoosa County competition, and then they will go on to the regional area. Regional area, there is money to be won for college scholarships, and there's actually cash to be won also.
Yeah, the Catoosa County Public Schools technology competition is coming up. Later next month, I believe we have to have is the deadline to get some submissions in. And being a broadcasting teacher here at Heritage High School, there is a competition for video production, and that's what some of my students excel in. So we're looking now, in fact, at some of the stories we put together so far for the news, and some commercials and some music videos and that type of thing, to enter into this competition. Last year we had one submission, and we did all right in that one, but we hope to do a little bit better this year, and we'll be competing against other schools like Ringgold High School. I think Ringgold Middle's got a program. In fact, Heritage Middle School is also doing a little bit of video production, so we're hoping to do well. It's a pretty good competition, and we hope to get some of our students over there and win some stuff this year.
This is your competition. So December 6th is going to be the county level. In October, we're going to be collecting everybody's submissions and looking at them and kind of doing a local competition and choosing who gets to go on to the county level. So if you're interested in technology, if you're excited about technology, if you want to compete with technology, come on by, talk to me. There'll be a few of these forms going up on the library doors, and this kind of talks about the information where you need to go, and then I've got the list of different areas that you can compete in. And thanks.
Definitely sounds like something we should be a part of, Neely.
Now on to some more news about some of the prestigious band members of our Legion of Generals band.
Yes, we found out late last week that several of them made the district's all-jazz team.
Well, who made it? Here's 5-star reporter Isaiah Lewis with the report.
Okay, so the process to get in district jazz is you have 6 scales that you have to memorize, and then you'll have 2 sight reading pieces, and that's basically it's pretty simple. I'm really excited. I've been in district jazz since middle school, and it's always been really fun and a really cool experience.
Okay, so district jazz band, you audition for it, and it's pretty much a band with like a bunch of different schools in there. You meet a lot of new people. It's really cool. You meet that day, you learn a bunch of music, and then you have a concert, and it's just a lot of fun. To get into it, you have to go through auditions, and it's super kind of nerve-wracking, but then like it's pretty easy. most people make it, and it's a lot of fun. So, I mean, I'm really excited to meet like a bunch of new people and see a lot of Ringgold friends I haven't seen in a long time. It's gonna be really cool.
So, District Honor Jazz Band. Many elite players around the district, which is like some counties that stretch down to Rome. We all get together and we audition, and we played a couple scales, and then a couple days later they chose some players to be in the top group, and that top group gets to try out for All-State Jazz, which will be in Savannah. I feel pretty good about making District Jazz. There were some things that I really could have done better, but I feel like I did pretty good.
Time for a break, but don't go away.
Because after the commercial, we'll have all the highlights from our big win over the Ramblers last Friday night.
And we'll get another update on the September shootout. Stay tuned, sports is next.
So I was watching this hilarious episode of Monty Python.
Oh, good. Hey, look. Shut up. The Cornhole tournament. Oh my God, I'm going to sign up with my teacher, Miss Richardson. You should join.
That sounds good and all, but wouldn't that mean that we'd go up against each other?
So? I mean, not to be rude, but I am better than you, so.
You fool. You absolute buffoon. You think you can challenge me in my own realm? You think you can rebel against my authority? You dare come into my house and upturn my dining room chairs, spill coffee grounds in my Keurig. You thought you were safe in this house of education. I will take those painted wooden cornhole boards and destroy you. I didn't want war, but I didn't start it, because I am the god of cornhole.
Well, I guess I shouldn't have said anything. I'm sorry.
Luke, where are the scripts? The show's about to start.
Scripts are done, ain't no flash drive.
Hi.
Everyone, I'm Camden Green.
And I'm Luke Bussey, and welcome to this Tuesday edition of the 5-Star Sports.
We start you off with a win from last Friday night against Lafayette.
We won, but it was way too close for comfort.
I would agree with that. Let's send it over to Jackson Martin with a recap.
The Generals hit the field running down at Lafayette last Friday night, and if you like offense, we have the game for you. First quarter now, the Generals make the first big play. Here, Pete Padgett blocks the punt. The Generals recover in great field position. A few plays later now, QB Nick Hansen hits Sam Randolph on the crossing pattern. It's good for 25 yards and a Heritage touchdown. 2-point conversion good, 8-0 Heritage. Lafayette would score to make it 8-7, but Heritage would come back down the field and score again. This time it's Maddox Road, catapulting into the pay dirt from 3 yards out, 15-7 Generals. Second quarter now, freshman running back Paxton McCrary powers in from 6 yards out to make the score 22-7 Generals. And things are looking great. But Lafayette wouldn't go away, thanks to some unbelievable runs by their big running back, Jamario Clements. This one is good from 44 yards and a score. He broke 7 tackles on the run, 22-21 Generals.
They kind of beat us up a little bit on defense, which is unusual. Okay, our defense has been stellar, and they kind of pounded it on us a little bit and did some things that we're not used to seeing. So we got to make some adjustments there and make some plays. But listen, we found a way to win. That's what good teams do, find a way to win. And
Generals now trailing 27-22 fourth quarter, but not for long as Nick Hansen throws a screen to Maddox Rose. He gets behind his blockers and scores from 18 yards out. 2-point conversion is good, 30-27 Generals. Lafayette would fumble the ensuing kickoff. Dylan Bryan recovers, and that sets up this beautiful 27-yard pass from Nick Hansen to that man, Dylan Bryan. 37-27 Generals. The Ramblers closed to 37-34, but Heritage would convert a big 3rd and 7 pass. Here is Nick Hansen to Bryan once again. The Generals hold on for a crazy 37-34 win, and we talked to players and coaches afterwards.
Felt really good. We started out real slow, You know, coming out, couldn't really get anything going on offense. Defense wasn't making many stops, but second half we came out shooting on offense, put up some points against them. Defense didn't do very well tonight, so we had to pick it up on the offensive end for them.
It feels really good. We executed very well. It was fun all night just to go out there and get a whole lot of scores. Just let my guys do their thing and throw it to them.
But now we got a gigantic game next week with Pickens County. Region champs from last year, predicted to be in the top 3 this year. We want a spot in the top 3, so we want a spot in the top 2, and this is a chance for us to take another step and get in there and hosting a playoff game.
Good win, guys.
On to softball now, and man, are they on a roll.
That's right. Just coming off of winning the region championship, now they will head into the state playoffs and face St. Pius.
Let's see what Brady Hawkins and myself have to say about the upcoming game.
All right, Coach Moore. What do you guys know about St. Pius so far?
You know, I mean, you get to this point of the season, and any team that gets into the state tournament is going to be a good team. So I know a little bit about them. They're going to play the game pretty much straight up. They're not going to have dominant pitching. They're going to have a couple girls that can swing it pretty well. You know, middle of the order when you get to the state tournament usually is going to be pretty powerful. But it's not something we can't manage. You know, I think we can manage it. I think we match up well with them. So, you know, we've had a good day of practice. The girls are getting rested up. They're going to have today off. And then we'll come back in, have some individual work on Sunday if they want to, and then have practice Monday and get ready for Tuesday.
What do you guys know about St. Pius?
The team doesn't know that much, but Coach Moore went and watched them yesterday, so he got a good look on what they do and probably the pitcher and everything like that, so I'm sure we'll know today.
What do you think we'll need to do to advance next?
Just the same thing we've always been doing all year. I think we just have to play the game, you know, against ourselves. That's kind of what we focus on. That's kind of our motto. We just focus on ourselves, and we got to execute situations. And if we think about ourselves and we think about trying to push ourselves to be the best players that we can be, you know, the opponent really doesn't matter. So I think that if the girls are able to stay grounded, you know, mentally with that, we're going to be okay.
We just got to practice hard. Sure, we're going to do some hitting today, this weekend, just to be ready for Tuesday because it's a big game for us and we just want to be ready.
Thanks for that, guys. Now we go on to the three-point contest.
If I do say so myself, I think it's rigged.
I agree. There is no way me and Jackson should have lost.
Well, I did hear that it was a good game between Don't Tell Mom and the Lunch Ballers.
I heard about that. I wonder how our teacher, Coach Green, is doing in the tourney.
I think he plays Zach Brown next. Let's see what CJ King and Zach Locke have to say about the matchup.
I hit a few shots early, so we got a big lead. Towards the middle, I started missing some, and he made about 4 or 5 in a row. That helped us out a lot. I missed 2 from the corner at the end, and he went over there and knocked it down and finished the game for us. They didn't have a chance to catch up.
Well, we finally got our first win last week in the losers bracket of the three-point shootout. Camden shot really well against Zach Brown and Higgins.
Our team started off pretty good. I hit a couple shots at the very beginning, and I think I got all the way around to the other corner and missed. Then my dad hit those 2 shots in the corner.
Camden started out really nice. He made like the first 5 shots, and I hit maybe 1 or 2. But we didn't have a lot of pressure. They couldn't make anything. I don't know what was going on with those 2. They're usually pretty good shooters. I mean, I've seen them in there at lunch ball, you know, knocking down shots left and right.
And then we caught heat again, made it all the way around to the other side, and got stuck on that final shot in the corner. And, I mean, it wasn't really that big of a deal because they only hit about 2 shots the whole game. But, yeah, we ended up finishing it off pretty easy, and I think we're going to go pretty far in the tournament after that first loss against Tyler Ingram.
I think we got Ryan Heat and his partner next, so the competition will step up a little bit, so we'll have to shoot a little bit better to advance.
That's all we have for this Tuesday edition of the 5-Star News.
We'll be back Thursday with a brand new report. But until then, stay classy, Heritage. Oh my God.